Is this gonna be the new drone that never leaves my bag? Or is this one still gonna be the winner? Ever since I picked up this DJI Neo 1, it has been in my bag. I have used it countless times for different type of videos, such as motorcycle content, riding my bike. This is an excellent drone, but this was the first iteration of the DJI Neo. So this is the DJI Neo 2. I was finally able to get my hands on it. It's really hard to get these in the United States. Now, when you look at the two drones, the DJI Neo 2 is a tad bit larger, but that size comes with quite a few upgrades. The first thing you'll notice on the original DJI is the gimbal is basically a single axis gimbal. That means that this camera can only go up and down. So when the wind is blowing it side to side, it uses digital stabilization. Now on the Neo 2, this gimbal is a 2-axis gimbal. So it can rotate side to side as well as up and down. And I'm super excited about that. This little drone also has LiDAR and 360 degrees of obstacle avoidance, which this one has no obstacle avoidance. And that's the biggest gripe I had with this drone. It's made to be a drone that is supposed to follow you, be able to launch from your hand, and you never need a controller. Well, I was super sketchy about doing some of the flight modes in this drone with worries that it would run into a tree, a pole, or something like that. Now, just from doing my research on the drone model I picked up, which is the drone only package, this drone does have some benefits over the Neo 2, which I wish they would have put in the Neo 2. This drone, right out of the box, I can connect to my other DJI controllers. This drone, you need the antenna module, which it does not come with, and it's kind of difficult to get, so it cannot connect directly to my controllers. But I don't think that's going to matter for me, because typically when I'm flying these drones, I'm not connected to a controller. I'm basically launching the drone, having it follow me. So what we're going to do is get out there, test both of these drones, and see how the Neo 2 stacks up to the original Neo. And is this going to be the new drone that never leaves my bag? Or is this one still going to be the winner? So let's go. All right, so now we are up here at the park. We're going to test out the DJI Neo 1 first, and then we're going to switch over to the 2. What I'm going to do is going to see how fast this thing can track, how accurate it tracks, and do some of the flight modes. I brought the Super 73 out because I cannot run as fast as this thing can fly, so we're definitely going to give it a run for the money. All right, so first things first, I'm going to put it in follow mode, and we're going to get it tracking us. All right, so we are now in follow mode, and I can't adjust how close or how far away it's going to be unless I open up the app. That's one benefit to the Neo 2 already. So let's get her in the air.
Medium, follow, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so as you can see, the drone is in the air. We're going to hop on the Super 73 and see how well it tracks. All right, so I'm going about 8 miles per hour right now. I'm gonna load up my Fly app just to make sure it's still back there behind me. All right, we are connecting. Join. I can still hear the drone, So I feel like it's tracking me perfectly fine. So right now, I'm at about 14 miles per hour. I'm gonna boost it up to about 20 and see how she holds. All right, so right now I'm doing 20 miles per hour. I feel like the drone is keeping up perfectly fine. Oh, I'm gonna slow down. It looks like it's starting to lose me. I can still hear it back there. The problem with this is it does not have any obstacle avoidance. So I have to ride in a certain path to make sure that it does not run into anyone. And I feel like I just lost it. Nope, it's still back there. It slowed down for a second, I heard it. All right, so we're gonna just try to go around the pond and go through some trees to see how it does with handling different types of obstacles. We'll go this way. Now, it's not a good idea to fly this one over water. That is a known fact. Oh, we got a puppy. That is a beautiful dog. All right, we're gonna keep on pushing. Hello. All right, it looks like it's doing pretty good at tracking, honestly. I'm a little nervous of some of these leaves as well as these branches because, again, the drone has no obstacle avoidance. All right, it's doing a great job. It is doing an absolutely amazing job at tracking. All right, one last challenge. We're gonna go through this wooded area right up in front of me. Now, there are a lot of trees in this area, so this does make me a little bit nervous. Last thing I want to do is run my drone into something. All right, it's still back there. It's doing an amazing job. I'm trying to find my exit. I'm gonna come back right to where I started, and then we'll do some of the flight modes. All right, it looks like we are there. I believe I started this right around, where was I when I started, when I first took off? Oh, I see it. Okay, we're almost there. All right, I'm gonna pick up speed. We're gonna get her back up. We're doing like 21 miles per hour right now. All right. Oh, I think it almost ran into me. Because it trying to slow down with how fast I was going was probably a challenge for it. All right, we're gonna pull over right here. Oh, you almost hit me. And let's get it landed. All right, so, well, that was fun. And I feel like my eyes are watering because of how fast I got the bike up too. And it's kind of cold out here. But I will have to say, this thing kept up great. And even without obstacle avoidance, it tracked tremendously well. So let's do maybe 2 quick shots and see how it does. Okay, so I'm gonna go away from trees. We're gonna switch it into, we're gonna try out droney first. And again, I'm doing this as if you did not have your phone with you and you cannot control your drone with your phone. So I can only go with whatever settings are already set up in the drone.
6 meters. Droney. 3, 2, 1.
There we go. And it's doing a droney, as you can see. It looks like it's a nice, smooth acceleration. There's really no wind today, so you're not gonna see the benefit of having the 2-axis gimbal because it's not blowing. It's super stable right now. All right, now we're trying to get her to land. Come on. There we go. So it did really well as far as doing the droney. So I got to get into the middle of the grass so we can do a circle.
Circle.
All right. So we're going to try out circle now. I hope I don't have it set to too far out, and we're going to see what she does.
6 meters. Circle. 3, 2, 1.
All right. It is just going to go out and do a circle. Let's hope it doesn't hit any trees. Fingers crossed. All right, it's doing pretty good. It's at a lower height, and remember, this drone has no obstacle avoidance. So if there was something to get in the way of it, it's very likely for it to hit it and possibly crash the drone. I don't think it'll damage it or anything like that, but that could happen. And it's coming right back to me, a little lower than I sent her off. So I don't know how she's gonna get to my hand. You gotta come up. Guess I did not expect it to be that low. But yeah, as you can see, it did well in circle. It did go a little lower than I wanted it to though. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is a direction track. That is where the drone's gonna stay in front of me and I walk and it will back up.
Bar. Direction track. 3, 2, 1.
This one always makes me a little nervous because again, there's no obstacle avoidance. So the drone can't see what's behind it. But if I walk forward, the drone is just gonna move in reverse. And if I turn, it's supposed to try to figure out where I'm going, which is doing a good job at that, just to stay in front of me. And it's doing a great job. And when you want to get the drone back to you, you stop, you hold your hand out, and you walk forward and the drone oh, it's coming to me. Last time it wouldn't come to me, I had to chase it. But there it is, and you got to see some of the footage from the Neo 1. And I will say, for the price this drone costs, and because of how capable it is, it does an amazing job. But I'm hoping that the Neo 2 is gonna be a huge improvement. So let's get that baby ready to fly. All right, so now we have the Neo 2. So what we're gonna do is the same flight patterns with the Neo 2 and see if there's any huge difference between the way they fly. Now, because there's not a lot of wind today, I don't think you'll notice a huge difference. I'm hoping I do, but we'll see. Let's get her in the air. Now, one thing I do wanna point out, this is a huge improvement from the Neo 1 to the Neo 2, and that is this screen that is located on here. If you can see that screen, you can adjust your settings on the fly without having it connected to your phone, just by pressing these buttons on the side. This one is cycle forward, cycle back, and then you can hold it to select how close and how far away, and then that's your button to launch. So right now we are in follow mode, and it is in follow mode in front. It can fly like that because of the obstacle avoidance, and we're gonna try that out for a short period of time, but we're gonna do the same mode first. So
Rocket. Circ droney.
I'm gonna set it to
Follow.
follow, and then you hold down the button, and you'll get an option if you want it from front,
Front right.
front right.
Right. Rear right. Rear.
That's what we wanna do, rear, because that's what we had the other one in. So I'm gonna set it to rear, and it's set to close and flat, which is what it was set on before. So I think we're all set. All right, so what I'm gonna do now is launch, and we're gonna do that same route here. All right, let's get her in the air.
Rear. Follow. 3, 2, 1.
All right, so now we got the Neo 2 in the air, and it is in rear follow. So hopefully it just follows me here while I'm riding. Let's make sure we are connected to the DJI Fly app. It's doing like almost like a tutorial, because I guess I haven't flown with it before. So it's giving a little tutorial before I can take off on the bike, which is kind of irritating. All right, let's see. We're gonna skip that for now. We'll do that later. All right, and I can see that it is following me on screen, and we're just gonna do that same route We're gonna try those same speeds and see how it does. So let's go. All right, so now the Neo 2 is tracking me. One thing I'm noticing, which we're not gonna do the controls that are on the phone. I'll do that in another video. But what I'm noticing here is that there's a lot more controls when it comes to this drone. It looks like I can move it and pick what side I want it on. And there's just a lot more features that I'm gonna test out to see how it does. But right now it is tracking, and I'm gonna just pick up speed a little bit. Right now I'm going about 7 miles per hour. Let's get her up to 10. All right, so we are currently at 10 miles per hour with the Neo tracking. I'm gonna hold off from getting it up to 20 miles per hour. I still hear the drone back there. One thing I'm noticing is it sounds a little bit quieter than the Neo 1. All right, and I am gonna pick up speed to about 20 miles per hour and see how she does tracking. All right, so right now, we are doing 20 miles per hour on the Super 73. And the Neo is right there. It is holding on. It is tracking me beautifully. I'm gonna go a little faster. All right, we are at 22 miles per hour and the drone is tracking. That is absolutely amazing for a drone of this size. I have not touched my phone, used the phone controls at all. Everything that I'm doing with this drone has been handheld. So that lets you know you could just take the drone out with no controller and get some, I'm hoping, pretty epic shots. All right, we're doing the exact same route. I'm always a little nervous going near water. Again, this drone does have obstacle avoidance, 360 degrees, as well as LiDAR. Okay. All right, we are doing the same route. All right, the drone is doing an amazing job at tracking. But to be fair, the Neo 1 did a great job as well. Okay, we're gonna take the same route. I'm gonna stay to the left of this gentleman because I am not sure at how well this drone will avoid him. Okay, we're going through the trees. I am quite impressed right this moment with both of these drones. I'll have to get back to the lab to review the footage to give my final thoughts, but we got a few more flight tests to do with this one. So what I'm gonna do now is just speed up, back up to 20. Oh, that is a bumpy ride. All right, I'm slowing down and we're gonna stop right back where we started. The drone is about in the same place as the Neo 1, and it did a great job. So what I'm gonna show you right now, I'm not even gonna land this drone. This is a huge update from the Neo 1 versus the Neo 2. Like right now, it's tracking me as my face. But what I can do is if I hold my hand out, a blue light came on. Now I can move this drone to wherever I want. I can scoot it back. I can bring it back into me. And you can adjust where you want the drone to track you from. So I'm gonna have it track me from my left side a little bit higher right there. And you give it a fist And now the drone is tracking perfect. And I'm gonna just walk. And as you can see, it's right on the side of me tracking, which is pretty cool. That is a pretty cool feature. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold my hand and I'm gonna put it back that way. All right. And I'm gonna send it back quite a bit. Right about there. And I'm gonna raise it some. All right, right there. And now as you can see, you're getting a totally different perspective without landing the drone, without even touching your phone. And I can just walk. And the drone will track me and follow me. This is game changing. And when I'm ready for the drone to come to me, I hold my hand out and there she comes. That feature alone, I feel like was worth the upgrade. All right, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna try a few more modes. Right now it was in follow.
Rocket.
I'm gonna switch it over
Circle.
to
Droney.
droney, and it's at 4 meters with a rise. So what it'll do is it'll go back and rise up, just like the Neo 1 did. The difference is, let's say I want more than 4 meters. I just hit this button on the side, hold it down, and 4 meters is blinking, and I can increase that
2 meters.
or lower it.
20 meters.
20 meters, that's insane. We're not gonna do that.
10 meters.
10 meters
6 meters.
and 6 meters. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do 10 meters.
10 meters.
I'm gonna put it to 10 meters and we are gonna launch it and see what happens. So all you do now is you hit the red button on the side and
10 meters.
send her off.
Droney. 3, 2, 1.
And there she is. The drone is gonna do a 10-meter droney shot, which is gonna go up, and then it's gonna come right back down to me. And I was able to adjust how far I wanted the drone to go out just by this little screen and the buttons on the side. So what we're gonna do now is we're also gonna do a circle.
Selfie shot. Follow. Rocket. Circle.
All right, so now we are on circle. It is at about 2 meters, which I'll put it up to 4. I'll put it up to 4. No, I'm gonna leave it at 2. I'm gonna leave it at 2 meters for the circle and see what it does.
2 meters. Circle. 3, 2, 1.
2 meters is extremely close. As you can see, I probably should have put it to 4 meters. That's about where I had the mini 1 at. So I'm gonna switch it to 4 meters. I'm gonna bring her back in and switch her on over to 4 meters and see how it does. This drone is extremely responsive too. All right, so what we're gonna do, without using the phone, I'm gonna just hit the button and I'm gonna switch it up,
20 meters.
not 20,
4 meters.
to 4 meters. And I'm gonna hit the start button, which is basically the record button,
4 meters.
and send her off.
Circle. 3, 2, 1.
There we are. She's gonna back up and she is gonna do a circle at 4 meters. Now, this drone makes me a lot more comfortable flying it and doing things like this because of the fact that it does have 360-degree obstacle avoidance. So if something did pop up in the way of it, it will avoid those obstacles. It did that flawlessly. Okay, so there's one more feature I wanted to do with this one, and that is a follow with it out front. Let's see.
Droney. Selfie shot. Follow. Rocket. Circle. Droney. Selfie shot. Follow.
So we're gonna do follow. I like that selfie shot feature. I think that'll be great for me and the missus when we go out of town. But what I'm gonna do is selfie shot.
Front right. Rear right. Rear.
I'm gonna do it front. I'm not gonna do it high. I'm gonna do it flat, and I'm gonna do it
Far. Medium.
medium. That sounds good. All right, so what I'm gonna do is launch it while I'm on the bike, and we're just gonna do a quick little short ride. Let's see what she does.
Front. Follow. 3, 2, 1.
There we go. So now it's in the front. It should be following, and I'm just gonna go forward. All right, now, the fact that the drone does have obstacle avoidance makes me, oh, my ankles are showing, makes me a lot more comfortable flying it like this. So I'm gonna actually go ahead and pick up speed. Not gonna go too fast, because I don't know how fast this thing can fly in reverse. But as far as right now, I think it's doing a great job at tracking. And this is great to get you some of those cinematic shots or B-roll. Oh, look at her. I guess she noticed something over there and went to avoid that obstacle. I don't know what that erratic behavior is. I don't know if it sensed something, but that was definitely different. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna head off into the grass and see how she does tracking. It's supposed to be able to stay in front of me. She's doing a pretty good job. I'm not doing a great job because the grass is a little tough. All right, and I'm gonna turn. Oh, I still got my kickstand down. Y'all could have told me I had my kickstand down the whole time. Oh, it's got a low battery. All right, I'm gonna get her landed. Absolutely perfect. So the biggest limitation with this thing is gonna be the battery, but it's a small drone. What can you expect? All right, let's get her put up. Can't believe I was riding all that time with the kickstand down and none of you told me. So I'm actually super excited to see the footage that I captured with these drones today. So we're about to get back to the lab, look at the footage, and give you my final thoughts. So let's do that. All right, so I'm back in the lab. I reviewed the footage, and just from flying both drones and seeing the different features that they offer, there's a clear winner, and it's definitely the DJI 2. Surprise, surprise. The Neo one definitely holds its own. It's a great drone. It tracked flawlessly. It didn't run into anything. It does a great job. It's a little bit louder than the Neo 2 though. But the Neo 2 is quieter. It has more features. It flies better. And the fact that you're able to pick your flight mode and the parameters of that flight mode from this front screen is a game changer. The obstacle avoidance is a huge upgrade because when you're flying these drones autonomously, you want that obstacle avoidance so you're not worried in your mind if your drone's going to run into something. I wasn't worried about the DJI Neo 2 at all, even though obstacle avoidance is never perfect and flawless. But with the Neo 1, I'm always worried when flying that drone without obstacle avoidance. So let me know down in the comments, what are your thoughts? Do you feel like the Neo 2 is better, or would you go ahead and settle for the Neo 1? There's plenty more videos to come. After flying this drone today, I've decided I'm definitely going to get the antenna module so I can hook it up to the controller, because this may end up being my main drone. But make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and comment down below. I'm out of here. That rollaway was sad. It was sad. That was pretty terrible.